Have you ever noticed how tightly we grip the things we fear losing? We hold on to our problems, our plans, our anxieties, convinced that if we just maintain our grip, we can somehow control the outcome. We tell ourselves that holding on is the responsible thing to do. But sometimes, the absolute bravest thing you can do with your hands is to open them. We have spent time talking about preparing your heart and positioning yourself spiritually, but preparation eventually demands movement. It asks you to take a physical step into the dark. Today, the story of Ruth brings us to a moment that redefines exactly what it means to surrender. All the spiritual readiness in the world will not change your situation until you are willing to take a blind step of faith. Picture the scene. It is the middle of the night in ancient Bethlehem. The barley harvest is finished, the air is still, and the laborers have finally gone to sleep on the open threshing floor. Into this darkness walks Ruth, a foreign widow, entirely alone, stepping into an exposed, male-dominated workspace. The social and physical risks she absorbed in this moment are immense, yet the biblical account records no hesitation. She simply moves forward, honoring Naomi's unusual instructions to the letter. She has no signed contract, there is no guarantee of safety, and absolutely no promise that the man sleeping in the grain will receive her with kindness. She walks anyway. By doing so, she leaves us a specific historical blueprint for moving forward when the path ahead is entirely unlit. Ruth reaches the edge of the floor. She quietly uncovers Boaz's feet, and she lies down in the dark. The scripture records it simply. She went down unto the floor and did according to all that her mother-in-law bade her. We often treat surrender like giving up. We picture a white flag, a concession, an admission of defeat. But that is a misunderstanding of what happened here. Kneeling in the dark on that threshing floor was an act of immense, calculated strength. It was pure courage, kept strictly under control. She was actively choosing to transfer the authority over her future to the one person capable of redeeming it. Think about the invisible weight you carry right now. That situation you turn over in your mind at night, trying to force it into the shape you want. Imagine the physical feeling of letting it go, of lying down at the feet of your Redeemer, exhaling and leaving it there. We are incredibly good at pretending to surrender. We hand God our problems in prayer, but keep one hand firmly wrapped around the steering wheel, just in case he needs our help. Real surrender is required if you want actual peace. It means removing your hands from the wheel and deciding that you no longer need to dictate the way the journey ends. Releasing your anxiety requires the exact same quiet bravery that Ruth found in the middle of that ancient barley field. As Ruth lay in the dark, she had no way of knowing what would happen when Boaz woke up. He could have been angry. He could have sent her away in disgrace. Yet she rested, not because she knew the future, but because she knew she had acted in obedience to the wisdom she was given. That specific, unshakable peace is available to you right now. You don't need a map of the next 5 years to take the next right step. For Ruth, there was no legal document or social guarantee, just the floor beneath her and the God above her. You find rest by trusting the character of the author writing your story, rather than exhausting yourself trying to skip ahead to the final chapter. So today, I want to ask you to open your hands. Let go of what you are gripping tightly and leave it in his care. The decision made in the dark is what positioned her for everything that happened next. Boaz is about to wake up, and his response will determine the future of her name and her home. The dark night of surrender is almost over. Tomorrow, we step into the morning light.